Alright traders, hello, and as promised, watch this video. Also early today, Connor and I, we did a trading strategy. So it wasn't based on entries. We discussed an exit strategy using a 3-candle bar exit. So that video will be dropping later next week, probably, honestly, maybe Monday. I think tomorrow. We can probably drop it tomorrow. I just didn't want to inundate the channel with 2 videos in one day, so I was able to record it today, but we won't be dropping it until a bit later. Okay, Aussie dollar. We've got the 1 hour time frame up here. This is actually the first time I've looked at the Aussie since, well, Friday. It would have been Friday afternoonish or so when I did an end of week update. I did the end of month update as well, but I didn't look at how the Aussie dollar closed. So daily chart, and it looks like it is turning over. This is probably going to be a short, to be honest. We are approaching the 63.36 sort of level, which it's interesting why I've got that in there. I don't know. Pardon me. What that sort of reflects. That might have been where. That might have been where I had a stop loss. So usually when I'm doing my chart analysis, I'll have a stop loss in play. I'll draw it in just so I can remember it, because typically just with my work schedule, I'll be taking it off the phone. So, but at least I've got it in there in my mind, and I've sort of got it in there. And then if it hasn't quite played out, it can just remind me where I thought about putting a stop loss potentially based on the price action structure. It definitely has turned. I was in this trade. Well, I reviewed it on Friday, but I mean, this candle here was pretty interesting. I was awake for that, and then it's continued to fall. Look, what I'd like to see is it is sort of at a point where it looks like it might want to bounce a little bit. We'll see though. I'd like it to pull back, and then I'd be willing to sell into that, because it looks like risk is definitely off. The stock market was lower on Friday, and both Australia and the US as well. So I'm going to pay attention to. I just want to see. Euro also moved pretty strongly as well. I just want to see what gold did, which, although it hasn't been a really great barometer of risk, but it looks like it did sort of push a little bit higher after Thursday's sell-off, which was quite a substantial candle, because we're at the high at 22, sorry, no, 21, and the low of 1681. So that's, something to consider. Although in comparison, I mean, it's actually been pretty subdued compared to some of these candles, like that candle there, and this candle, this candle. Wow. So yeah, I will pay attention to it, but although, if risk off is happening, we have seen everything sell off. So Euro and Pound seem to be holding up though. Euro Aussie, Connor did get into that. I just want to look at the Euro. This Euro actually looks very tempting. We're above the resistance line here. That's a nice candle. Ideally a pullback. It's a little bit to pull back to that line, but I'll continue to pay attention to the Euro, and I want to look at the Pound as well. Yeah. It's been a pretty productive day today, honestly. Pound. Where are you hiding? It was bright in here, now it's not. And I'm sitting on the bed making this video. I just didn't want to get up and switch the light on, so I'm sorry for the darkness. It's not intentional. It just sort of, I think it's getting quite cloudy in Perth. It might rain. Okay, Pound looks fine. That looks good. That could be potentially long. It sort of looks like, to finish the month off with, it looked like people were getting out of the US dollar. And it's, although the Pound looks even closer to a buy than the Euro does, because it's actually pulled back quite a bit. But we'll see. It could now be selling off. The market changes so fast. Like, risk on could come in, but I just wait and see. And if it doesn't, it's another red day in the Aussie markets, and it pulls back a little bit, I'll sell. I will sell into it. I keep referring to the Aussie, but I don't mind trading it. I really don't. I don't mind trading it. So there's been a break of the trend line. This was another chart that I prepared. That would have been tough, because I actually would have survived, because I would have had to stop above here. Typically, that's what I do and it would have been, yeah, that'd have been a nice trade. So really, honestly, I want to pull back and then maybe a trend continuation is what I would say. That's what I'd be looking to take for next week. That's my main watch based on the risk sentiment. We'll see what happens. If we get a green day in the Aussie markets and the US markets Monday, then we could see it strengthen. We could see it bounce. But right now, it looks weak. But we'll see. We will see. There's a few things to pay attention to. Keep your finger on the pulse with the news flow and what risk sentiment is doing and the equity markets are doing. And we'll see what happens, guys. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.